Atlanta, Black Mecca, a city where 5 families built empires so powerful they didn't just change their lives, they changed the entire skyline, the culture, and the economy of an American city. Today we're counting down the top 5 richest families in Atlanta, from the tens of millions to the billions. Stay to the end, because number 1 will genuinely shock you. Number 5. The Harris family. $50 million to $80 million and growing. Clifford Joseph Harris Jr., the world knows him as T.I., grew up in Bankhead, one of Atlanta's toughest neighborhoods. He signed his first record deal at 14, lost it, got it back, and by 2003 had released Trap Music, the album that put Atlanta's trap sound on the global map. He became the first rapper to simultaneously hold the top 2 spots on the Billboard 200. He didn't just sell records, he built a brand. T.I. and his wife, Tamika "Tiny" Harris, have built one of Atlanta's most significant entertainment and real estate families. Their Grand Hustle label launched the careers of multiple artists, while their media presence through shows like T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle, generated millions across multiple seasons. Most importantly, the Harris family made a strategic pivot into real estate. They constructed the Entrada West Side, a multi-million-dollar mixed-income housing complex in Atlanta, turning entertainment cash into brick-and-mortar assets that will outlast any album cycle. In 2024, the family won a $71 million lawsuit against MGA Entertainment for copying the likeness of Tiny's group, the OMG Girls, for their Bratz dolls. One of the largest intellectual property victories for a Black entertainment family in recent history. T.I. has also invested in Atlanta tech startups, restaurant ventures, and community-focused development. The Harris family represents a new model of Black wealth in Atlanta, street to studio to skyline, and they are just getting started. Street credibility turned into real estate and a $71 million court victory. But the family at number 4 didn't start in music. They started with a shoe shine stand, and they built half of Atlanta's physical skyline with their bare hands. Number 4. The Russell family. $100 million plus empire. Herman Jerome Russell was born in 1930 in Atlanta's Summerhill neighborhood, the youngest of 8 children. His father, Rogers Russell, had only a 4th grade education, but was one of the most sought-after plasterers in the city. He taught young Herman one rule above everything else: save a portion of every dollar you earn, no matter how small. Herman took that lesson and turned it into a dynasty. At age 13, Herman opened a shoe shine stand. He fought through a speech impediment, dyslexia, and outright racial humiliation. When he went to the permit office as a teenager, they laughed in his face. He went back anyway. At 16, he bought a plot of land for $125, using money saved from that shoe shine stand. He built a duplex on that lot with leftover materials from his father's jobs, rented it out, and used that income to put himself through Tuskegee University. He graduated in 1952 with a degree in building construction. When he returned to Atlanta, he formally founded H.J. Russell & Company. Over the next 50 years, his fingerprints went on some of the most iconic structures in American history: Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, the Georgia Dome, Turner Field, the Coca-Cola Company headquarters, the Carter Presidential Center, and Mercedes-Benz Stadium. His company became the largest Black-owned construction firm in the United States. When Herman passed in 2014, he left the company to his 3 children, Donata, Jerome, and Michael. Today, H.J. Russell & Company generates over $300 million in annual revenues, operating across construction, real estate, airport concessions, and property management. The Russell family also runs the Herman J. Russell Innovation Center for Entrepreneurs, investing in the next generation of Black business builders. From inside their father's original office, a shoe shine stand built a skyline. That's the Russell family. A shoe shine stand turned into a $300 million empire. But the family at number 3 didn't build with bricks. They built with insurance policies. And what they funded with that money changed the entire course of American history. Stay right here. Number 3. The Herndon family. $250 million multi-generational legacy. Alonzo Franklin Herndon was born into slavery in 1858. His father was the white man who enslaved his mother. When emancipation came in 1865, 7-year-old Alonzo walked out of bondage with his family into complete poverty. They became sharecroppers in Social Circle, Georgia, a system that gave them freedom in name only. In 1878, Alonzo left on foot with $11 and 1 year of schooling. He settled in Senoia, Georgia, learned barbering, and eventually made his way to Atlanta. By 1902, he owned 3 barbershops in the city. His flagship, the Crystal Palace at 66 Peachtree Street, had marble floors, crystal chandeliers, and gold fixtures. Governors, judges, and presidents sat in his chairs. Alonzo couldn't enter the front of his own building because of Jim Crow laws, but he listened, he learned, and he invested every dollar. He quietly purchased over 100 houses across Atlanta and a full block of commercial property on Auburn Avenue, what historian John Wesley Dobbs later called the richest Negro street in the world. Then, in 1905, he bought a failing mutual aid association for $140 and built it into the Atlanta Life Insurance Company, one of only 5 black-owned insurers in America to achieve full legal reserve status. It expanded across 6 states. His son, Norris B. Herndon, graduated from Harvard Business School and took the company to its peak, growing his personal fortune to an estimated $100 million. Atlanta Life provided financial backing to the civil rights movement, including underwriting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s personal life insurance policy. The Herndon family's legacy is the foundation that every black business dynasty in Atlanta stands on. 2 families left, both billionaires. Number 2 arrived in Atlanta as a grieving teenage immigrant and turned a maxed-out credit card into $1.4 billion. And number 1, he owns 100% of everything he has ever created. Don't go anywhere. Number 2, the Awotona family, $1.4 billion. In 1996, a 15-year-old Nigerian boy landed in Atlanta with his mother and 3 brothers. His father, a successful microbiologist and entrepreneur in Lagos, had been shot and killed in a carjacking 3 years earlier. Tope Awotona was 12 years old when he lost him. His mother made the decision to uproot everything and move the family to Georgia for a chance at a safer, better life. Tope graduated high school in Atlanta, attended the University of Georgia, and spent years in corporate sales at companies including IBM. He was good at it, but he watched other people get rich off ideas that weren't better than his. In 2013, frustrated by how much time was wasted on the back and forth of scheduling meetings, he drained his entire life savings, maxed out 3 credit cards, and built a scheduling software platform from scratch. He called it Calendly. He ran the company on fumes for years with no outside investment. He bootstrapped it for 8 full years. In 2021, he finally took outside money, raising $350 million in a single funding round that valued Calendly at $3 billion. Forbes confirmed his net worth at $1.4 billion, making him one of only 2 black tech billionaires in all of America. He employs hundreds of people in Atlanta. His son will inherit a dynasty built on a credit card and grief turned into fuel. The Awotona family is the definition of what Black Mecca makes possible. Number 1, the Perry family. $1.4 billion plus 100% ownership. Tyler Perry grew up in New Orleans in a home defined by poverty and severe abuse. He has spoken publicly about the violence he suffered at the hands of his father and the sexual abuse he endured as a child. At 16, he legally changed his first name from Emmett, his father's name, as an act of personal survival. By his early 20s, He was homeless in Atlanta, sleeping in his car while staging a play that kept bombing. He tried to stage "I Know I've Been Changed" 7 times over 6 years. It failed repeatedly. He kept going. On the 7th attempt, it sold out. Then it moved to the Fox Theater. Then it went national. Before Tyler Perry ever directed a single film, he had already grossed over $100 million in stage ticket sales. His Medea franchise has earned over $660 million at the global box office. In 2015, he purchased the 330-acre former Fort McPherson Army Base in southwest Atlanta for $30 million and spent $250 million transforming it into Tyler Perry Studios, one of the largest film production facilities in the United States. With 12 sound stages that have hosted Black Panther, The Walking Dead, and dozens of other major productions, he signed a deal with Viacom-CBS worth $150 million annually. He holds a 25% equity stake in BET+. Forbes confirmed his billionaire status in 2020. Here is what separates Tyler Perry from almost every other entertainer on earth. He owns 100% of everything he has ever made. Every script, every character, every deal. He built that ownership from homelessness in Atlanta, the city that gave him a stage when he had nothing. His son, Amon, born in 2014, stands to inherit an entertainment empire unlike anything a single Black creator has ever passed down in American history. 5 families, 1 city. From street credibility to a $71 million court win. From a shoe shine stand to a $300 million skyline. From slavery to an insurance company that bankrolled the civil rights movement. From a Nigerian teenager on a credit card to $1.4 billion. And one man who owns every single thing he ever created. This is what Black Mecca produces when Black families decide to build and never stop. If this video gave you something, smash that like button and subscribe. We're just getting started. Drop in the comments which family's story hit you the hardest. Let's talk.